What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Kommandant, entitled The Architects of Extermination. This is released on Aeternus Tenebrarum Music Foundation. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Chicago, Illinois, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very nihilistic, industrial-tinged, chaotic hybrid of both black metal and death metal. Yeah. My first introduction to this band was their 2012 sophomoric effort entitled The Draconian Archetype. Judging by the album cover and the way everything about that record looked, I knew I was going to be in for something very hellish. And once I listened to that album, I was really captivated by what I heard. Just some really sensational sounding metal going on there. A lot of crazy, thrashy death and black metal influences being presented with that record. Not to mention the fact that this band has a very eclectic sort of look for them. A lot of the people in the band dress up with gas masks. They have a militant look to them. Just a very intimidating approach to them. Even their vocalist has somewhat of a pulpit to stand on whenever he gets on stage and decides to do his vocal style. It's just very intimidating and dark. Going back further into this band's work, from their early EP releases to their debut Storm Legion, just some really amazing stuff. And not to mention, this band has some pretty impressive credentials. Some of these guys played in bands such as Cyanide, Krieg, Demonic Christ, just to name a few. But now, Kommandant are back, and we have their third full-length entitled The Architects of Extermination. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 44 minutes in length, and pretty much this continues on in the same path where the Draconian Archetype left off, although things seem to be a lot more fluid and a lot more well-balanced this time around, making for a record that is just very devastating to listen to from the minute you put this album on to the minute it's over. It just really is a band to be very intimidated and impressed with. And musically, there is a lot of great stuff to be listening to. The guitar work on here is very, very solid. I love the way every riff is played, delivered out. Once again, enlisting a lot of metal influences, going from thrash to death metal to black metal. It is very evident all the way throughout. I mean, take the title track, songs like Oedipism and Nation Shall Rise Against Nation. Really incredible guitar work going on here. Very well layered, very well balanced. I love the musicianship and songwriting skills that this band has to present. Very well toned too. Definitely a very good tone that this band brings with their music. The bass tone is very solid too. Very clear and very well heard throughout this entire record. You can't go wrong without a good clear bass tone on a Black Death record, and it's definitely something that's very well showcased. Even the little instances of atmosphere and industrial sort of tones you pick up in certain parts of this album's atmosphere, I just really think it sounds awesome to listen to. Drum-wise, I think the drums are very much on point all the way throughout this release. Definitely a mixture of very militant mid-pace sort of drumming styles, and then you get to some more chaotic sort of blasting and blast beats and assorted other fills, and just a lot of great drum moments being presented here. Very well done drum performance, nothing too clean, nothing too over the top about it. It definitely serves its purpose and definitely is something awesome to listen to. And when it comes to the vocals, I love this vocalist style. He is very much an intimidating sounding vocalist. Very militant, very angry, very powerful vocal style. You can definitely hear everything that he has to say, his delivery, his conviction. It just sounds awesome. Delivered in such an evil sort of growling sort of way. I really enjoy what's being presented here with the vocals, especially when it comes to the more lengthier, methodical sort of tracks, like take the track Rise and Fall of Empire. I think his vocal performance on there is really awesome. Even the closing track, Onward to Extinction. There's some really great vocal work being presented on that song as well. Definitely a great vocal performance all the way throughout and very well-rounded. So overall, if you're a fan of what Kommandant has been putting out in the past, I would definitely say give The Architects of Extermination a shot. I definitely think it's one of their better releases so far, and definitely a band that will continue to get better as time goes by. Yeah, very entertaining stuff. I love this band's look. I love their style. I love their delivery. They are definitely a band that takes what they do very seriously, and it just makes for some great, great Black Death metal. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the title track, Oedipism, Acquisition of Power, and Nation Shall Rise Against Nation. So, I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the song. I believe the song, And Nation Shall Rise Against Nation, is currently available for streaming to listen to. And I will also link you to where you can buy a physical copy of the CD. It is currently available in a digipack format, and I believe there is a bonus track on the initial first press. There is a special edition with a poster flag, and yeah, definitely pick up whatever version you're able to pick up. And sometime in November they will be playing the latest edition of the Martyrdom Festival in Brooklyn, New York. I believe they will be playing at St. Vitus Bar. I believe they're playing the first night of that festival, so if you happen to be going to that festival, definitely check out the live experience. It definitely looks insane. So again, the album is The Architect of Extermination by Kommandant. This is released on Aeternus Tenebrarum Music Foundation. Definitely check this out, and I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. Very solid work, very hard-working band, very intimidating band. Support Kommandant. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until next time, Armijo out.